What's up guys, this is Sunny back with another video, and today real quick I'd like to answer a couple of your questions about the X58 build. Now as you guys know, I love the X58 build. I just love it because there's like so many CPU to choose from, like the E5500 series, E5400 series, then you got X5600 series, X5400 series, X5500 series. So if you guys are planning on like building a budget gaming PC, I will definitely recommend you guys just go with the old school LG 1366 motherboard. Definitely worth it, X58 build. Now that's my I believe third or fourth X58 build, and I'm really happy about this build, tell you the truth guys. And today I just want to give you guys like a quick tips what you should look for when you are planning on building a budget like a old school X58 build. The first thing, you need to get yourself a good motherboard, right? So first ask yourself, are you planning on overclocking the CPU? Because if you are planning on overclocking the CPU, then you need to buy a X58 motherboard, the aftermarket motherboards, something like Asus Gigabyte or MSI, there's like a couple other brand. So now ASRock is pretty good brand too, but the problem is any X58 motherboard, like aftermarket motherboard, it's gonna cost you like around $150, $160 or $200 depending on which brand you get. Now if you don't care about overclocking and you just want to go with like a X5650 processor, the best X5650 processor, if you don't want to like overclock or anything, just go with the one with the higher clock. So you can go with X5670. I personally like that because I believe the base clock is around 2.9 and the boost clock is around 3.2 or something. So the best motherboard I recommend for that, okay? You do need a little basic knowledge, you have to do little tweaks and stuff, but I'll definitely go with the HP Z400 motherboard. Now you cannot overclock your CPU using that motherboard. That's why I said in the beginning, if you are planning on overclocking the CPU, then you need to go with a used aftermarket motherboard. You could find like bunch of them in eBay. I seen MSI motherboard for like $150. I seen Asus motherboard for like $159, but these are used motherboards, so you don't know how long these are gonna last you. But I personally ordered a MSI exact version. I don't know. I bought it for I believe $64 from eBay, and well, when I saw the eBay post, it was clearly like the post was saying that untested, but it didn't say like it's bad or anything, but always said like untested, and the post doesn't even say like for parts or anything, and still comes with 14-day return. So I went and got the MSI X58 motherboard. Hopefully that motherboard work, because if that motherboard work, I will definitely bring you guys some nice over X58 X5650 overclocking video, also X5550. I will bring you guys like bunch of X58 overclocking guides and all this, and I'll show you guys how those CPU perform against like my i7-5820K or i7-6800K or i7-6700K or my 12-core E5-2670. Now the first thing first, okay, if you're in a budget and you're planning on building a 6-core build, or maybe maybe you run a YouTube channel, or maybe you use maybe you do a lot of Twitch gaming and you use the software that I use sometimes, OBS, to capture your game and stream game in Twitch and stuff same time you record and play. I'll definitely recommend a 6-core processor over a quad-core processor. So best bang for your money, go with the HP Z400 motherboard. You can pick up one from eBay for I believe $59, and also go with the X5650 processor. If you want something with higher base clock, then you can go with X5670, X5680, but X5680 is just a lot of money, and X5690. I would recommend you guys just go with X5670. Comes with a beautiful comes with a good base clock, so you don't have to worry. 2.9 is more than enough. Also, you can even go with the X56 50 base clock 2.6, still good enough. Like right now I have a not in this build, but the upcoming build I will have a X56 60. The base clock is around 2.8 and boost clock around, I believe, 3.1, something like that. So stay tuned for that video. I'll show you guys maybe this week sometime if that MSI motherboard work, the one I ordered. So as you guys can see the build right here behind me. So the cooler I went with Cooler Master Hyper T4 cooler, because the cheapest cooler you could pick up for like 30 bucks. And the motherboard I went with HP Z400. It's a great motherboard for $59, guys. You can't go wrong. And also the RAM I went with Crucial Ballistic 8 gig RAM, single stick, 1600 megahertz. And also the CPU right now I have running X58 CPU. It's a quad core CPU. I believe the base clock is around 2.6 and boost clock is around 2.8 or 2.9. I'll have the exact spec for you guys. Also the graphic card I went with, I personally like this graphic card, EVGA GTX 1060 3 gig version. The reason I like this, it's a $199 graphic card, and if you're someone planning on gaming at 1080p, GTX 1060 3 gig would be more than enough for you for GTA 5, for Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, any game, Gear of War is more than enough, guys. So don't go spend extra money for a GTX 1066 gig when you can just go with a GTX 1063 gig and it will be more than enough for 1080p gaming. Now if you're planning on gaming at 1440p, that's different, then you need to go with the GTX 1060 6 gig version. Also, as you guys can see, the power supply I have for this build, it's the HP Z400 power supply, 475 watt. I had to do a little modify. Now I had a video on this because I have a video with the X5670 same setup. You guys could go and watch. I did a benchmark and stuff on that, but that time I was using, I believe XFX AMD Radeon RX 488 gig version or GTX 970. I'll have the link of the video somewhere up there. So yeah, guys, you can pick up a HP Z400 power supply because you can use aftermarket power supply. But the problem is, if you use aftermarket power supply with the HP Z400 motherboard, you have to modify like 2-3 plug, run like 12 volt and a ground. Now, if you don't want to do that, you could go with HP Z400 stock power supply that will cost you maybe $15. Now, I picked up a HP Z400 computer that came with W3530 CPU and I believe 6 gigs of RAM, and it was a little dented and messed up, so I paid like $100. But if you don't get the same deal, you could just pick up the motherboard and power supply, but you have to modify, you have to extend the power supply wire. You could use the extender to extend the power supply 24 pin plug, and also you need to extend the power supply CPU 8 pin. Yeah, it does use the CPU 4 pin. This one uses 4 pin. So yeah, guys, like I said, if you guys are planning on building a X58 build and you want to save your money, that build right there, it cost me $350. Okay, I have a SanDisk SSD 128 gig, and I can go get a 1 terabyte Western Digital hard drive for like $39. If you want to save your games and stuff. So X58 build definitely worth looking into if you're in a budget. And nowadays, like I say, if you go with, also you guys can go with I believe Dell XPS 730X motherboard if you can get one. But the problem is you need to upgrade the BIOS on that motherboard in order to use a Xeon processor. You can use i7 920, 950, but for Xeon processor you need to upgrade the BIOS. So in order for you to upgrade the BIOS, you're gonna need a like a $30-40 i7 920 processor. So why not just, but Dell XPS 730X you can overclock with the stock motherboard. So keep that in mind. If you can get a good deal, it'll definitely be worth it. So yeah, guys, today I just wanted to talk about the X58 build and give you guys the like quick tips